we freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?
Patriot Secret Service Sam here. This is Samson's World. This is Samson's World, where court, comedy, culture, and your world collide. How are you guys feeling? It is Freaky Friday. I hope you guys are doing well out there. I won't lie, I'm tired. I'm just tired of the day in, day out denial of what is happening in our country. Whichever side of the aisle you fall on, I don't fall in line with any aisles anymore. Not really like I ever did, but I just can't support anything that's going on in our country right now. It's a very, very frustrating time in our history. It is exhausting, Lily Joyce. Thank you. And for the first time, honestly, we've been through 9/11. We've been through the Iraq War. We've been through Vietnam War, everything. I mean, but this is a different time in American history because we've never had an American administration that is so dangerous to our liberties. Let me get a seat. Let me get a shit. What spells Epstein? Yeah, exactly. Give me an E. Give me a P. Give me an S. Give me a T. Give me an E. Give me an I. Give me an N. What's that spell? Epstein. Now, that's right. And man, a lot of your favorites have been to the island, folks, but I'm prepared to give them all up. And here's something I find funny. Donald Trump's always saying, the blacks love me. I'm the least racist person I know. Because everybody he knows is pretty racist. And I know people out there, oh, I hate, you can't, the word racism just doesn't mean anything anymore. But here's a little clip of a guy that Trump is trying to get pushed through, who I believe he'll be handling international somethings. I don't even know what this guy is trying to do, but he's clearly racist. And he's talking about there is a white cultural genocide, that somebody is trying to erase white culture. I don't know who this is. White culture seems to be doing pretty well. But you can't sit there and say that Trump is not racist, but then supports people like this to be put into his administration. Just listen to this guy getting grilled yesterday.
Define white identity and what you think is being erased about white identity.
Certain types of Anglo-derived culture that comes from our history.
Like what?
Let me think about this.
Let me think of some racist shit to say about here. Oh my God, white Anglo culture. Where are white people not getting a fair shake in America? Honestly, if you're white and you're in America, you have no excuse. You know what I mean? You have no excuse if you're not successful, if you're white in America, because it's good. I mean, today I was in my suit. I walk anywhere in my suit. I can get in anywhere in my suit and people respect me all the time. I exercise my white privilege every single day. There's nothing wrong with it at all, but it's so interesting. Listen to this guy. It's infuriating.
Senator, I would say if you were to look at the book by one of your former Senate colleagues, Born Fighting, about the sort of Scotch-Irish military culture and certain, pride that went with that, that would be one example.
Who's erasing that?
Obviously, you could have sub-elements of that culture. You could have Italians, you could have Irish, and those are in many ways more distinct.
You're worried about white culture. You're not worried about, you're now retreating to ethnic identity. You don't speak about ethnic identity. You speak about white identity. So tell me the values that stitch together white identity and that make it different than black identity.
I would say that the white church is very different than the black church in terms of its tone and style.
That's true. Black church is much better and more fun. Have you ever been to white church? My wife is Catholic. I've been to a church, and it's so boring. They put you to sleep. The pastors are very monotone. They're just talking about the. I mean, are you kidding me? In a black church, you go there. The music's great. The food is great. The sermon is great. The speaking is great. So I will agree with him there. But again, this is just, look at this guy. He looks like if an STD was a person. This guy is just, I mean, look
Average. Foodways could often be different.
Foods are different. White people do not spice their food. That is true. White churches abuse kids, somebody says. Yeah. The white churches are generally hiding all the priests who touch little boys. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, white food is putting raisins in potato salad, is not seasoning your chicken at all.
Music can be different.
And those are being erased.
Music can be different. Yeah, music is different. Music is way different. And thank God for the black culture. Could you imagine if we never had the black culture's influence on basically all music? Black people created country music, rhythm and blues music became country music, to hip hop, to rock and roll. I mean, are you kidding me? Little Richard at one point in his band had Jimi Hendrix, James Brown. I mean, he said that Pat Boone and Elvis sold more copies of Tutti Frutti than he did because he was black.
Music could be different. Well, if you look at the Super Bowl halftime show, which was not in English this year.
So our ability to access white churches or white...
What, do you want to watch Kid Rock, bro? And Kid Rock, all of his lyrics are talking about underage girls? Like, that's white culture? Okay, got it.
Food or white music is being erased?
I am concerned with the majority common American culture that we had for some time that through particularly mass immigration, I think has become much more balkanized, and I think that weakens us. And again, I'm not running away from that comment. I'm not apologizing for it.
Well, I'm way over my time. I think you're struggling to answer this question, right? Because underlying your beliefs is
voter ID, I wouldn't say is stealing the election, but Trump wants to only go to blue states, right? They're only blaming blue states. And what is wrong with mail-in voting? I mail-in vote every single election. It makes it so easy. Ian Massey, how do you say Trump 2028, right? Which is, do you understand our Constitution only allows a president to serve 2 terms? Are you saying that you want to break the Constitution and you want Trump to run in 2028? Explain that. And please, if anybody wants to come onto the show, like I always do, it's an open town hall meeting. Come on into the comments. There's the link to the show. Mail-in voting is ripe for fraud, as stated by Clarence. Yeah, Clarence Thomas, who might have gone to Epstein Island. You going to trust him? Mail-in voting, I don't understand what you're saying. Easily, it annoys the liberals. Who are the liberals? That's not me. Easily, why doesn't it annoy Republicans? Do you guys really not like mail-in voting? You know? JD Vance is your next president. JD Vance is kind of a piece. John Paul, what do you like about JD Vance? JD Vance is the one who was a never Trumper, right? Let me see if I can pull up this video of JD Vance, which he's a total hypocrite. Don't you want somebody who like stands on business? JD Vance talks so much shit about Trump, it's laughable. Yeah, here we go. This is your next president?
I never liked him.
It's that Trump is a really bad candidate, and frankly, I think a really bad person.
Look, we told you so. To all these white working class voters, we told you so. We told you that Trump was going to be a terrible candidate. We told you that you were an idiot if you voted for him.
And my biggest problem with Trump, I mean, and there are many, many things to pick out, but my biggest problem with Trump is that his message to the right, especially the white working class of which I came from, is anti-conservative and in some ways anti-American.
Well, Mr. President, I appreciate you allowing me to join you on this incredible journey. I thank you for the trust that you placed in me. And I think that we just witnessed the greatest political comeback in the history of the United States.
I mean, do you really want somebody who's a flip-flopper like that? I like somebody who stands on business. Sam, how many people think our Constitution is Trump going to break the laws before government will impeach him? I don't know. You're an idiot. Thank you, Darren. Why don't you come on this show and call me an idiot to my face? Stand on business. The link is right here. We still use the same voting machines that they admittedly use to rig elections in the third world, but you oppose any effort to secure a democracy. Who says that? I think we should have free and fair elections, but the truth is they found no evidence that the 2020 election was rigged. It went to every single court. So can you guys please explain? There's no evidence. How come the only state that Democrats won where there's no voter ID was required? The Democrats could never win a free and fair election. I mean, I don't know if that's true. Fuck you and the fake votes you want to sail in on. Okay, Bovine, come on the show and say it to my face. What's so amazing about MAGA, guys, so you really want Trump 2028? He's all over the Epstein files. Why are they redacting all these names? Why is Pam Bondi protecting pedophiles? That's what I just want to know. Do you guys want to be known? Do we want to be known, Americans? We're being laughed at because we're protecting pedophiles, right? So why did they go to Georgia, to Fulton County? Why did they take all those? Why was Gabby, what's her name? Whatever her freaking name is. Why was she even there? She wasn't even supposed to be in Georgia. She handles foreign affairs. Why was she there? So Democrats rigged the 2020 election, but they didn't rig this one that Trump won. That's a very good point. Somebody said on Instagram, Lily Joyce. Yeah, it's true. If Democrats, now, if anything, they're saying Elon Musk potentially rigged this past election, because how can you explain that Elon Musk knew the election results 4 hours before everything came in? Guys, come on the show. That is the link right there in the, I've posted it right there. Bovine, come on in. Come on and talk to me, guys. Come talk to my face. Come express your opinion. Ian Massey, the sign of being an adult is being able to change your mind when the facts come out. I think that's very true, Ian Massey. I totally agree with you. If you have any facts that the 2020 election was stolen, rigged, please provide those facts. But it's amazing because it went through every single court and they didn't find anything. So I agree with you. The sign of being an adult is being able to change your mind when the facts come out. 315,000 missing votes. Where is that, Ian? Can you please surprise? Or Ian, please come on the show right now. The link is in the comments, and please express yourself and please enlighten us. I admit if I'm wrong. Sam, people need to realize each human vote does not count in the electoral vote who chooses not U.S. citizens because his boss is a pedo. I mean, that's the thing about it. Like, so many people, like Todd Blanche, when asked, a reporter said, what about the men that were abusing these child? He said, men? I don't know. What men are you talking about? Huh? And he's doing this thing like, huh? Like, really, Todd Blanche? You really think Jeffrey Epstein did all this alone? I just don't get all that. And again, if the Democrats, that's a good point. If the Democrats cheat and wanted to cheat, why did they not rig this election to have Kamala win? That wasn't very smart of them, was it? I'm from Europe and we hate pedos. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if Americans hate pedos enough because they're really defending a lot of them. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, if you're a pedo, get the hell out. Because we've known for years about the stolen vote in a stolen election, and it starts in Georgia with your dirty, ew. I don't even know. I shouldn't have posted this comment. That's racist. Who pulled boats out from underneath tables? Ugh. Ernest, that's racist. If you'd like to come on the show and express those views, you can come on and we will talk to you. But that's pretty disgusting. Why did Epstein ask Wolf if he had any dirt on Trump as he didn't have any? Ian, Trump's name appears in the files over 1 million times. And let me ask you guys something. If it is shown that Trump had anything to do with this, Will you denounce it? Will you denounce pedophilia? Like, guys, anybody Democrat I've talked to easily can give up. Any Democrat. I don't care. Because you Democrats stole the election. Which election? 2020? Just where is your proof? I'm just saying. Let me look it up. Let me ask Siri. Siri, is there any proof that the 2020 election was stolen by Democrats? Fact check. Let's see what we got here. Trump's 2024 win doesn't prove claims that the 2020 election was stolen. Conservatives are leveraging President-elect Donald Trump's 2024 electoral victory again to allege the 2020 election was fraudulent. Kamala got 60 million votes in 2024. Anyone really believe Biden got 80 million in 2020? Where did these 20 million Democratic voters go? The truth is, they never existed, and I think we can put the lie about Biden's 80 million votes to rest once and for all. Dioza was behind the widely discredited 2022 movie. Yep. Benny Johnson, who called the 2020 election short for suspicious. Now, I do know a lot of Democrats did not vote in this last election. Let me see. No evidence for systematic voter fraud, a guide to statistical claims about the 2020 election. President Donald Trump claimed that 2020 U.S. presidential election was stolen. Millions of Americans apparently believed him. We assess the most prominent statistical claims offered by Trump and his allies as evidence of election fraud, including claims that the Dominion voting machines switching votes from Trump to Biden, suspiciously high turnout in Democratic strongholds, and the supposedly inexplicable failure of Biden to win bellwether counties. After the 2020 U.S. presidential election, Donald Trump refused to concede, right? That was when, thank God for Mike Pence, and whoever thought we'd say it, because he really held up democracy, you know? Let's not forget that Trump himself said on national TV that they rigged the election, and now he gets to have the Olympics and World Cup and everything because Elon Musk is really good with computers. Good look. Here's the interesting part too, by the way. They're ruining the World Cup. They're ruining the Olympics. They're scaring off tourism, saying, hey, you better get your visas ready. You better have your ID ready because the Gestapo might stop you. The common logic behind these claims of the 2020 election is the election were fairly conducted. Some feature of the observed 2020 election result would be unlikely or impossible. In each case, we find that the purportedly anonymous fact is either not a fact or not anomalous. Following the 2020 U.S. elections, President Trump and other Republicans questioned Biden's victory in public statements and lawsuits. Although Trump's legal challenges were unsuccessful, many of his supporters were apparently convinced by his claims that the election was stolen. A survey in 2020 of December found that over 75% of Republican voters found merit in claims that millions of fraudulent ballots were cast. Obviously, people in the comments are saying that. Let's get down if we have some facts. Now, claims based on facts that are not actually. Biden's share of U.S. counties is not anomalous. Conservative radio talk show host Charlie Kirk, RIP, tweeted on December 20th, 2020, does anyone else have a hard time believing Joe Biden won a record high number of votes despite winning a record low number of counties? Later that day, he provided numbers to back up the claim, stating that Barack Obama won 69 million votes in 873 counties in 2008, and Donald Trump won 74 million votes. Here's my question, though. Why does Trump want to take away the right from the states and make it national, right? The states run the election, not the feds. So if anything, that would make it sound like he is rigging it. Why do we need mail-in voting? One-day voting is fine everywhere else. Because usually the mail-in voting is for veterans, for disabled people who are not able to get to the voter polls, or sometimes you don't have as much time. I just don't understand why people have such a problem with mail-in voting. It just makes it easier. It It comes to my house. It has my name on it. My wife gets one too. It's not like we get any extra votes, and then we send it in. Let's see. I'm trying to get some of these figures for you guys so we can talk about this. Again, if anybody has any proof that there was actually election fraud, I'd love to hear about it. Please teach me. Let me see what this one says. Come on the show, Ernest, because we knew you Democrats are thieves. Who's you? What are you talking about? You guys are so caught up in this left and right. You know, this Trump devotion syndrome is just, it's really sad. It is really sad. Because I don't idolize a U.S. president, but clearly a lot of people do now. And they just believe that Donald Trump is like God, and he's not. He's just another politician. Trump won because the election was more closely watched. Got it. Where's the proof? Voter ID and mail-in balloting, just because a rigged court says, doesn't mean you can ignore reality. What is a rigged court? So you guys don't even believe the court? Uh-oh, I don't know if I can put this. 2 black sisters that live in your trailer that pulled votes of suitcases out. Oh, my God. Ernest, you're sounding kind of racist. I can't even really post your comment, man, and that says a lot about you. Happy Black History Month, by the way, to all the racists out there. Go watch the movie Battle of Athens. You don't admit when you are wrong. You don't care about election integrity. You oppose any effort to secure the elections from blatant and rampant fraud. I don't agree with you on that. I would like free and fair elections, but the only one who's ever said, have you ever heard, just Democrats saying they're rigged, the elections are rigged? Trump is the only one who talks about it. He's the only one who talks about elections were stolen, they're rigged elections, yada, yada, yada. But he's the only one trying to stop the midterms. He wants to invoke the Insurrection Act. They want to put ICE at voting stations to obviously intimidate people. Yeah, it's only rigged usually if Trump loses. If he wins, it's fair. I don't understand. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm trying to really understand this, you guys. Anyone still supporting MAGA are okay with pedophiles. Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. I hate to say it. Yes, a Democrat dirty tricks campaign. There's always more than one person. That's why it's called a ring. Exactly. Exactly. We took all your, ooh. Byron, I can't even put up your comment. It's racist, man. Watch Daniel X Star bring MAGA. Hey, Ralph Perry, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming back. The proof is just now being revealed. I mean, the proof is being revealed that all these politicians are on the Epstein files. And the Epstein files, it's disgusting. It goes so deep, it's satanic. 80 million eligible voters did not vote in 2024. You don't care about pedophilia. Okay. The arbiter of truth. Dems want to trans the kids and take them to drag queen story hour and put porn in school libraries and what are you talking about? Bovine, I don't know. Come on the show and talk about it, but I don't know what you're even saying. It's really weird. And did you see that ICE just went into a woman's bathroom and pulled a woman out? They wouldn't even let her finish going to the bathroom. They said, pull your pants up. I don't know. If you're that, why are you so scared of trans people? I know a trans friend of mine. She used to be a man. She served in the Marines. Now she can't get her benefits and everything. But why are you guys so scared of trans people? Who cares? Look, I agree about the sports thing. I haven't found a trans person in the Epstein files. Thankfully, Lily Joyce. Yeah. Have you guys found any trans people in the Epstein files? Have you? Have you found any drag queens in the Epstein files? Just asking for a friend. Again, come on the show. You guys are really tough in the comments, but you really don't that's the thing I notice about a lot of the MAGA out here. And I'm called the liberals. The liberals don't always come on here either. But, I'm really finding it's mostly MAGA in my comments that like to say a bunch of horrible shit. But then when I invite them to come onto the show and speak their truth, speak your opinion, nobody has the guts. Why? Why is everybody so gutless? That's just what I'm wondering. This is not about a Dem versus Republican. It's good versus evil. Thank you. Now, this is truth, KCB-8. Lily Joyce, lots of straight white conservative Christian men, though. And I hate to say it, but did you guys see how Benjamin Netanyahu came into our house and they applauded him like I've never seen anybody suck dick in my life. I'm Jewish and I don't personally understand it. Why are we not America first? Are you guys America first? That's so funny. I wish ICE was Gestapo, then they could arrest every communist like you. Bovine Pro, come on the show and talk to my face. All right. So you want to arrest American citizens and yet call yourself an American. You can't call yourself an American. I hate to tell you. That's about one of the most unpatriotic things I've ever heard. There's a thing called free speech. And frankly, you're a communist. You are the communist for speaking against our Constitution. You should be very disappointed in that. It's been proven in Fulton County. Where? Please, I know it was stolen, but where? Please send me some links in the comments so I can learn from you guys. MAGA needs to wake up and see the truth. Somebody said on Instagram, bet they have a Bible verse in their bio. Sam, you're awesome and smart. Oh, thank you. That's my mom. Gotta love my mom. I was like, who's that? I was like, oh, it's my mom. Thank you, Mom. I love you. Look at this. I got to battle MAGA trolls in front of my mom. Who gives a crap about 2020? We have a pedophile problem. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. See, I don't care about 2020, but what concerns me is the midterm elections. Because did you know they stopped doing Gallup polls? The Gallup polls, they have been taking the polls of the president's ratings for like over 90 years, like 100 years, and they stopped. Do you guys know Trump's approval ratings are at like 37%? They're the lowest of any president. So I just don't understand, like, the economy is not that great. Everything is wildly expensive. Why are you so scared of safer elections with integrity? I need an ID to buy a beer, but not to vote. Look, I agree. I think you should. I think, of course, I want free and fair elections. Who said I don't? What concerns me is not the voter ID. What concerns me is that, remember when Trump said, just vote for me and you won't have to vote again? And what concerns me is people saying Trump 2028. If anybody said Obama 2028, you guys would, Constitution says you can't do that. The 22nd Amendment says you cannot run. So why, how can you guys in the same breath say you want voter ID, you want free and fair elections, but then you want Trump to run in 2028 when you know it's not constitutional? Trump, yeah, I know, isn't trying to steal any elections. He wants to stop elections from being stolen. I get it. I get it. I understand what your opinion is. It's a federal election because the states are corrupt and run by commies. Every single state, or is it just blue states? That's my question to you. Bovine, what's so amazing about this is if Biden was saying this stuff, you guys would be up in arms. You know, that's what I find amazing about is people, you know, if somebody is taking your neighbor away that you don't agree with, you're all for that. But then if the shoes were on the other foot, do you think your neighbor would be celebrating? I wouldn't be celebrating this. If Biden was saying any of this, if Obama couldn't have gotten away with half this shit. Obama wore a tan suit and everybody freaked the F out. I have a valid ID because I'm a citizen. My birth certificate has my median name, so therefore I can't vote under it. Yeah, I think that's a dangerous part with the SAVE Act, and what they're trying to do is a lot of women took on their married name, so the birth certificate doesn't match. So what do you do about that? That's my question. Sam, let us pray that the next election they have an honest, non-pedophile running for president and cares about the citizens and land of the free. Right. I mean, even Trump rolling back the EPA, these protections on our earth and fossil fuels. I mean, you guys, come on. Mother Earth. I mean, forget politics, forget everything but our earth. Does anybody care about the earth? I mean, and she's speaking to us. She is speaking to us. Mother Earth is. Bovine, again, come on the show and express your opinions instead of just sitting in the comments. Why is everybody so scared to come talk to me? Do I really look that scary? I guess I do. It's because Democrats cheat. Only fools can't see it. Kenneth, just give me the proof. I don't want to be part of cheating. I didn't cheat. Did you cheat on your vote? I made my vote, sealed it up. I dropped it at the library in the ballot box. It's easy to commit fraud. Okay, tell me. Where did the 20 million votes go after they voted for Biden? I don't know. I don't have an answer for it, guys. I'm just asking questions. The pig from Mar-a-Lago has his snout in the trough. Jesus Christ, y'all are still talking about Biden. Everybody is. I find it so funny how often Trump talks about Biden, because it's like, could you imagine Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl and he's just talking trash about the team that he beat? Like, who cares about Biden? All they do is, oh, Biden, it's Biden's fault. It's Biden's. Like, Biden's done and gone, man. He's done and gone. We're in the present now. Why not mail order guns, mail order driver's license? That's the problem. It's not good. People exploit it. It's bad. People can exploit, but everybody can exploit it. It's not just Democrats. Republicans can do it too. I just think it makes it easier for people. The taking sides is exhausted. I agree. I attempt to really try to not be on anybody's side, but I have to say, when, Donald Trump has these guys who are talking about white culture, genocide, and all this stuff, it's just disgusting. Guys, you're either with pedophilia or not. That's kind of where we're at right now. Okay? And it's on both sides of the aisle. We wouldn't have let Trump win the last election. That's true. Lily Joyce, that's a very good point. She said over on Instagram, we wouldn't have let Trump win the last election and avoided this chaos if we cheat. I think that's true. Democrats would not have let. They didn't want Trump in there. So why didn't they cheat to win it? I don't know. I received 7 mail-in ballots to my name at my address. I could have mailed them all in. How did you get 7 of them? Right? And I don't think you could, because as soon as they saw 7 votes under your name, they'd cancel it out. I don't think that works like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. I think everybody is exhausting right now. They stayed home and didn't vote. In 2020, the 20 million voted for Biden. Then 2024, the 20 million stayed home and didn't vote. They abstained. Yeah, I think that was part of the problem, honestly, is a lot of people did not approve of what Biden was doing in Israel. And I think what happened is everybody voted for Trump, but then a lot of people did not vote for Biden because they did not approve of his Israel first. Now we see everybody is Israel first. Look, I'm Jewish, guys. And I have to admit, like, I'm America first. It's funny. There's this guy who asked politicians, he goes, America first or Israel first? And they can't answer. Don't you think all of our politicians should not be taking money from AIPAC, not be taking money from any of these lobbyists who are forcing them to do one thing or the other, right? They're taking our money anyway. They should be doing what we're doing. It's one conspiracy after another. I guess so. Steven Crowder alone had thousands of people watching the elections closely. We have the right to guns, but you have to go prove you're buying it and someone else. Okay. That was true regardless of racism. If they lose, it's rigged. According to the Epstein files, Donald Trump is the dog who did not bark. Okay. They don't like the news. It's fake. I mean, pretty much all the news is fake. What is untrue, TBI Tom? Thank you. Grifters like you just lie and lie and lie. Are you talking about Erica Kirk? Bovine, again, you've been here the whole time, bro. Thanks for watching, but come talk to me. Like, literally, I really want to hear your guys' opinions. Please come on and educate me. This is a town hall. This is a town hall. Black History. Oh, this is going to be racist. Black History Month is just racist American history. It's not a surprise you like Black History Month. I'm with Morgan Freeman. Yeah, you know why I like Black History Month? Because it's important for us to know our history. What is wrong with that, Matthew? What scares you so much off Black history? And I want you to do this, Matthew Robbins. Go walk up, go talk to your black friends and say Black History Month is just racist American history. No, it's not. But you know what? There is racist American history. Do you not understand that? Do you not know how many black people were lynched during Jim Crow? Do you not know they made postcards and they sent it around and people smiling? Are you not aware of Emmett Till? What is wrong with knowing the history about Emmett Till? I just don't understand that. How does that make us worse off? Yes, and as Lily Joy says on Instagram, every day is white privilege day. Heaven forbid out of 60 Super Bowls, we have one Spanish theme. Heaven forbid we recognize minorities and what they've done for this country. That's exactly true. Matthew Robbins, please come on the show and express your opinions. Trump 2020. Okay. We want integrity and, yep, unrig the election. Agreed. Trump is the only anti-pedophile. Sure about that? I mean, Trump is the one who in the interview, let me see if I can pull this up, talking about his daughter Ivanka, guys. It's just like, come on, at some point, like, I mean, they're all creeps. They're all creepy, and I can admit it. Trump, daughter Ivanka. Let me see if we got this. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Either real estate or golf. Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say.
Now, look, I'm not saying Trump is a pedophile, okay, because I don't have proof of that, so I wouldn't say that. But what kind of man, just anybody in the comments, does anybody in the comments have a daughter? And if somebody asks you this question, you guys don't think this is creepy at all. I just would like to know in the comments if anybody thinks this video is creepy.
You have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Oh, that was Hulk Hogan creepy.
So, no, I know. So I'll just go into a very simple and boring answer. How about real estate, right?
Real estate. You can use the same answers.
Are you guys serious? You don't think there's anything creepy about him saying that? Please let me know in the comments, guys. Does anybody not think that's creepy to say that about your daughter? He's not only another politician, so happy that he won. We have a window to breathe and have hope. I pray you understand it. Greetings from the UK. Great news, MAGA. The U.S. has had 108,435 layoffs in January. That's what you voted for, so keep bragging. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, is the economy that great? I'm not seeing it. Are you guys? I mean, everybody's saying they're seeing it, but I don't know. 3 dots upper right. I don't know what that means. I don't support paid protesting. Okay. But I guarantee you a lot of people, do you think during the civil rights era, people were being paid to protest? Do you think MLK was being paid to protest? Do you really think there's that many paid protesters? I just don't really believe it. I mean, that's what they like to tell you. They'll say, look at the signs. The signs are too perfect. They've got like leather handles. So that's what I'm saying. I'd like to know in the comments, does that video, is that freaky to you? I'll play it again. Is this freaky and creepy to you? That would you say this about your daughter?
You have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that. Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
You hear the audience? Again, would you make that statement about your daughter? Liberals are evil. Okay. Henry, please come on the show and express your opinion. Tell me why you think liberals are evil. I personally think all politicians, both sides, have evil in them. I would agree with that. Trump's name appears in the Epstein files the third most times of anyone other than Epstein himself and Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine, I call her, the first Avenger. First Avenger, would you like to come on the show and please express your opinion? I always love talking to people, right? This guy is pooping out of his mouth. But thank you for watching. Kelly, please come on the show. The link is in here. All you got to do is copy and paste it right here. And please let me know. I would love to hear you tell me about me pooping out of my mouth. Let me put this up. Here's the show link. I'm going to put it right here. Did it show? Oh, there we go. Hold on 1 second. There we go. There it is, guys. All you have to do is just write that into your browser and you guys can come on the show and please talk to me. I really like to talk to people. I like to reach across the aisle. Standing ovation a few dozen times for Netanyahu. I know. What do you guys think about that? I'm Jewish and I am America first. Somebody said bots. No, I don't think these are bots. They're all real people. Sexualizing teenagers or younger, especially your daughter, falls under pedophilia. I would agree. People in the comments are saying super creepy. There's the clip of him on the escalator saying he'll be dating a 10-year-old in 10 years. He's disgusting saying that about his daughter. Again, everybody, you see the link. Please come on the show if you'd like to. I'd love to hear from anybody out there. I always love, because just yelling at me in the comments or calling me names and stuff, it doesn't really get us anywhere. I think you're better off, you're better off speaking your opinion. This is a public forum. Hispanics approve of Trump. Latinos? Some of them do. I don't think a majority do. What the hell is wrong with having voter ID and showing them proof of citizenship? How do you say the Democrats have been winning all the time by stealing them with illegals voting and using the machines? Lowest approved president in modern history. That is true. That is really true. Let me see if we can pull any of this up for you guys. What are Trump's approval ratings right now? As of mid-February 2026, President Trump's approval rating is experiencing a second-term low, with surveys indicating roughly 38% to 41% approval and a net approval rating of -18 in some tracking. Disapproval is notably high among independents and in key swing states. It says 38%, guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this fake news? Trump presidential approval ratings, Gallup poll. I mean, the Gallup polls just had to stop. Yeah, 36%. Last job approval rating, 36%. Second term average to date, 41. Highest job approval rating to date, second term, 47. Lowest job approval rating to date, second term, 36. Presidency averages to date, first and second terms, 41. It's just not, and I got to say, the midterms, they know that these midterms are not going to be pretty. Henry, please come on the show and tell me what lies. Henry, come express your opinion and come tell me what am I lying about? Please tell me, because I'm not aware that I'm lying. I'm not attempting to lie. So if I'm saying something that's not true, I'd like to correct myself. You are brainwashed. Sit. Food is lower. Gas is lower. Get a hold of yourself. Need these nuts. Where? Where do you live? Like the grocery store? My grocery store is not lower. Where are you living? And gas is not necessarily always affected by the president. Now, I will say gas is lower. Gas has come down. But everything else, water, power, food prices, I have not seen this coming down. So please, again, come on the show and let's talk. I would love to know where you are, and I would love to know, because shit, I'm going to come shopping in your neighborhood if that's the case. Was the SAVE Act a bad thing? I think the only part that's problematic about the SAVE Act is for married women that their birth certificate does not match their ID. So I think that is problematic. What do you think? That's just from what I know, in my opinion. I care about 2020 stealing elections as treason, and there's plenty of evidence that it was. Y'all just ignored it. I didn't ignore anything. Again, it went to every dang court. You know what I mean? I don't understand. That's all I mean, it went to so many different courts and they didn't find any election fraud. Is that because all those courts were fraudulent as well? I don't know. I really don't know. And again, Lily in the comments made a great point. If Democrats were rigging the election, why did they let Donald Trump win this election? I don't know. Why can't they use their driver's license to vote? Gold star is now needed to fly, and you have to prove citizenship to get the gold star. Medical insurance and bills. Yeah, those. Yeah, medical insurance. Oh, my God. Can we talk about medical insurance? I mean, car insurance, everything. My car insurance just went up. I pay $1,200 a month, man. It's insane. Again, come on the show, guys. No voting until the Epstein offenders are jailed. I agree. But not really. We have to have our elections. No, we wouldn't. We wanted certified elections with ID for years, and you stupid blue shit libs keep effing putting it off and saying it's racist. Got it. Come on the show and please express your opinion. I'd love to hear you guys talk. They're all evil. Why are you picking sides, you idiot? I'm not trying to pick sides, D's nuts. Like I said, I don't like Democrats. I don't like Republicans. I think there's evil on both sides, right? Show a marriage license. I don't know. Does that do it, Gina? Women not voting. That sounds okay. Wow. That's sexist. I don't know. Come on the show, G Moon, and express your opinion. Why would you not women to vote? Why would you not want women to vote? You know, women were not able to vote. You know what? Not even that many, 60 years ago or something. When you get married, you show marriage certificate and the birth certificate to get the name changed. Okay. But I'm saying, most women, if they're married, their license is not the same name as their birth certificate. Good. No more women votes. Just to let you guys know, this is what people are saying in the comments. Yakuba fave white tea. Come on the show and express to me. And do you get women with this kind of attitude? Good. No more women votes. Why do you not want women to vote? You came from a woman. You got your name from a woman. Why do we hate our women? It's so crazy. Tupac said that. Alexis Trump is not even coherent. Now the dude is only a year younger than Joe. If you read the threads, it's about 90% bots. It's an echo chamber designed to get angry, ignorant people to get super heated and effectively believe voting against their own interests will hurt someone. Yeah, I would like to know. And again, please come on the show, the Fedora. Please come on. I don't know. Do you think this guy is a bot? Just repeal the 19th Amendment? Let's see. Explain the 19th Amendment. Is that the one that let women vote? The 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, ratified on August 18th, 1920, prohibits the federal government and states from denying U.S. citizens the right to vote on basis of sex. Okay. So Yakuba Fave would not like women to vote. Man, I don't know. I totally disagree with that. Women, I'd like to see a woman a president eventually. Women, they say women are so emotional, but geez, man, these men are proving to be so emotional. Do you think this is a bot, everybody? I don't know. Come on the show, Yakuba, and prove that you're not a bot. There is the link to the show. Voter ID. Democrats hate the fact that you have to an aid to vote. Okay. Voter Act and the SAVE Act is suppression. Look at Minnesota, plenty of fraud. You don't think that? Yeah. Did you see that Amy Bach, a white woman in Minnesota, committed $250 million worth of fraud? Yet people are just talking about Somalians. Why is that? Does anybody know? Uh-oh, the liberal triggerer is here. Biden will go down as the worst president we've ever had. I think so, but I honestly think Trump is going to be either runner-up or right in front of him. By the way, isn't it pathetic that Trump did that whole wall of presidents and underneath he has to say something petty about each of them? That's just childish. The reason we're in this shitstorm is because of Biden. Got it. But Trump is the president. Clinton and Trump for imprisonment. Cooking or would be online with you, amigo. And Sam, can we go back to showing clips and not giving MAGA the attention you have for the last? I know. You're right. You are correct. It's hard. I get caught up in talking to people, but I really would like to. Supreme Court knocked it down, election fraud, but it's not in the SAVE Act for a reason. Marriage certificate is not an optional proof in the SAVE Act for a reason. They won't answer. They are just rage baiters. Yeah. All wars have been started by men, total bot or rage baiter. Yeah, I agree. I think it's just a lot of these people do not have the balls to do it. They don't have the guts to come on the show and talk. And maybe that is because they are bots. I think I have to agree with some people. Silky Sweet, I hope you're doing good. And this is true. Black history is American history. Exactly. Exactly. And it's important. It's important that we highlight our Black culture. It's important that we highlight the not so good things about our country and the great inventions and additions that Black America has given us. It's just showing respect, guys. That's all it is. Those who choose to forget the past, they are destined to repeat it. Amen. That's a great quote. Yep, that's true, Silky Sweet. We know about Emmett Till. The white woman was telling the truth. Ugh. That is such a racist, disgusting thing. They actually found out that woman, what's her name, Bryant, admitted that he did never whistle at her. And even if that 14-year-old boy did whistle at her, you think he deserved what happened? This is the problem, man, is there's so much racist festering in our country. It's just disgusting. It really is disgusting. Man, it's interesting, guys. It's really sad. Yeah, I mean, Emmett Till, I don't know how. It's because Black history is only a portion of history. It's more insulting to them to highlight a whole month to them exclusively than simply include them with all other history. Well, right, but they're taking Black history out of schools. Nobody wants critical race theory where we have to study and understand our history. Yeah, it's really sad, man. It's really sad how many people just, think this way. But I guess there's plenty of racism alive and well in our country. This was from yesterday. Pam Bondi. Pam Blondie. I mean, why is she covering up for pedophiles? That's what I just don't understand.
Former
Listen to this.
Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. Under the law Congress passed, you were allowed to redact photos to protect the victims of Epstein's sex trafficking operation. You redacted the photos of this victim's face because you were following the congressional law. Is that correct?
Look at this.
I'm sorry that we redacted the victim's.
Because you were following the congressional law, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You have now established that please put the photos back up, that we are looking at a sex trafficking victim. Under the Federal Victims Trafficking Protection Act, not only is Jeffrey Epstein guilty, but anyone who patronizes Epstein's sex operation is also guilty of a crime. That's why I find it absolutely despicable that you sought to protect Epstein's clients, like former Prince Andrew. Last July, you closed the case on Epstein's abusers. The July 2025 memo from your Department of Justice stated, quote, "We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties." These two photos, please put the photos back up. These two photos staring you in the face are evidence of a crime and more than enough evidence to predicate an investigation against former Prince Andrew. So I ask you, Attorney General Pam Bondi, why did you shut down this investigation last July, and why have you not prosecuted former Prince Andrew?
It's a great question.
I don't believe you asked Merrick Garland these questions when he was Attorney
Dude, answer the question.
General and set before.
I agree with you.
You twice.
I'm reclaiming my
Did you?
time.
Never
I agree
mentioned
with
it.
you. I agree with you. During
Were
the
you not here
during
then?
the Biden administration, I called for people to look into Epstein files. Merrick Garland dropped the ball, as did Attorney General Bill Barr, as did Alex Acosta, a whole string of failures. But you are in charge. You have the power to change things, to hold these men accountable, and you're doing the opposite. You're protecting them. So I want to move on to another man.
Can I answer
Donald
that,
Trump.
though?
I want to move on to another
Can I
question.
Okay.
You have of yours, and what does Tiffany have of Marla's?
Well, I think that she's got a lot of Marla. She's really a beautiful baby, and she's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell.
Ew. Is that the clip you're I mean, who talks about their daughter that way, guys?
And Donna, what does Tiffany have of yours, and what does Tiffany have of Marla's?
Well, I think that she's got a lot of Marla. She's really a beautiful baby, and she's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell.
All right, just so you guys know I'm fair, I'm going to play some creepy Biden. Some creepy Biden tapes. Nobody said he wasn't creepy. Can you play the C-SPAN Biden clips? Let me see, Earth You. Let me see what I got here. I got to get going soon, too, guys. I got to pick up the kids. You know, I got to do this daddy duty. Let's play some Biden for the MAGA.
And then we're going to have...
There you go.
Got it? Okay.
And the people in the back, you can split out a little bit.
Ew.
You remember that, Jordan? No, not smile. No date till you're 30. Hey, Angel, how old are you? You're 12. What's your name? How are you? The problem is, you know, you guys, you got a hard time.
Yeah.
All right, sister. I like kids better than people.
Yeah.
I just love you guys cannot accept that Trump possibly might have something to do with these Epstein. I mean, guys, who talks about their daughter that way? Nobody in the comments. You know what's disgusting is not one person in the comment told me that it was disgusting how he talks about his daughter. I love the comment about all wars were started by men. Perhaps we need a strong mother to lead our country. Everyone needs a good mom after the last 2.5 years. I agree. New York is in trouble. I believe that's where the next attack will be. They're going to try and say it was Iran, but it is Israel. Well, we already had 9/11. Yeah, Biden is so creepy. No doubt about it, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if he is in the, but again, have we heard, has Biden's name been mentioned in the Epstein files? I'm kind of surprised, but it hasn't. Don't you think that would be the first name they would love to release? I mean, honestly, think about this. If Biden is in the Epstein files, don't you think he would have been the first one they went after? Democrats pretending to hate pedophilia. Ew. Everybody hates pedophilia, Dave. That's a really weird comment. Rudy. Yeah, I mean, has Joe Biden been named in the Epstein files? I haven't heard his name named in there. I don't know. Am I wrong? Groceries and gas are two big and obvious things that have gone down. Where are you guys shopping, Hillbilly Joe? Wages are up. Crime is down. No need to continue. Dems will continue to dig and attempt to try to spread falsehood. I just want to know where you guys are shopping. I want to know where you're shopping. My groceries have gone up by around $100 to $200. Please let me know when you're where you're shopping in the comments. What are his pedophile approval ratings? They're pretty high, Vic. That's a good one. Hillbilly Job, come on the show, guys. I'll give you guys one last opportunity, and then I got to go. If anybody has the guts to come on the show and express your opinion, that's all I'm asking. Come on the show. I'll give you one more minute. Sam is part of the Epstein psyop. Got it. Gas is lower. I will say that, Vic. I have seen my gas prices have lower, but I haven't seen anything else. Stop taking drugs. I actually don't take drugs. Yes, you are brainwashed 100%. You think a man who wants voter ID to prove who you is trying to steal an election. Okay, come on the show. And guys, I got 1 minute left to let anybody come on the show. Gas is $3.10. Yes, gas has come down a little bit. I will say that. Gas man, you must be a pedophile. Sam is funded by Epstein. Yeah. You guys are hilarious, man. I wish. I mean, no, I don't wish, but I wish I was funded. Trump supporters are misinformed. Also, what's up with streamers these days asking for personally identifiable information? Who are these effing morons? I don't know, Vic. Nobody will actually come on the show and talk to my face, so I have to assume a lot of people are not real. Pampers are getting cheaper. I don't know. None of my kids are in Pampers anymore. I don't know. I'm not seeing everything getting cheaper. I've just seen it. Gas is almost down to where I am. Let's see. Eggs were $23 for 60 count under Biden. Under Trump, eggs 14 to 60 count. You don't need your birth certificate to vote. You just need a government ID like a driver's license. Yes, but I think the SAVE Act, the problem is it has to match your birth certificate, which for a lot of women, that would be an issue. But as I'm seeing in the comments, a lot of people don't want women to vote, which I think is pretty disgusting. Oh, just as I said it. Good. Women should not vote. I think women should hold out sex on all these men. Although I'm guessing Lyndon Johnson is not having a lot of sex with women or good relationships if this is how he views women. It's never been rigged. System is logically indefensible. Name call to deflect. Yep. Another lie started by Trump. Vic, come on the show and talk to us. Again, guys, I'll give you just a second longer if anybody wants to come on. If not, it's been real. It's been fun. Silky Sweet, I will get some more videos ready. I was doing food reviews. Now I'm doing food reviews for LA Magazine. So it's a wonderful job. I'm really enjoying myself. Again, you guys, I will be on Byron Allen's Comics Unleashed next Wednesday. Please tune in and watch me on TV. It's on after the Colbert Show. If you guys would like to see me on TV doing jokes. Yep. Any last comments? Anybody? Going once, going twice. Repeal the 19th Amendment. Women are not critical thinkers. Women vote on emotions, not facts. Wow. Yikes. That is so weird to me. Women are the most beautiful creatures on our planet. Women are the creators of life on Earth. We should worship our women like some of you guys worship Donald Trump or some of these other politicians or God. So it's a comment like this that really defines where America is at, that a lot of men do not believe women should vote. Man, that's really sad to me. I have to say that's one of the most upsetting things I've heard is how many people in the comments don't think women should be able to vote. It's crazy. Oh man. Well, guys, I can't save everybody. But I do wish everybody the best, no matter where you are, no matter what you believe, what you're going to. Emmett Till didn't deserve it, but Rodney King sure as hell did. Jeez, that's racist. Fascists make good haters. Liberals losing their shit makes me ecstatic. It's so funny, though, how people literally like to own the libs. You would like cut off your own nose. That's so odd to me. I really don't care. I don't want any MAGA to cry. I really don't. I don't like MAGA tears. I just, that's such a weird thing to me. Really is. If an 8-year-old is enough to understand racism, then you need to teach it in school. I agree. You know, but the only thing you can do is teach it to your children. But then you have people like this who think it's racist to teach about racism. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah. Well, guys, I'd say we did something pretty decent today. Have a lovely Friday. But man, we have a long way to go. We really do. But we'll get there. Not everybody's going to get there. Some of us will, some of us won't. Wishing you the best, America. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of the world.
Can you freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?